So the nav bar there will call the display. The display will be flex. Then the weight, make it 100%. Now for the height, I'm going to make use of another element. I'll call 10 vh. Then I will make the element in the nav bar to be justify. That's justify content here in the middle. I'll do the same thing with the align item to be center. Now when we run this code, when we run the code, you can see it's already at the middle. So everything about the nav bar will be at the middle. Now let's use the nav bar now. Remember, in our nav bar, we have an element called nav. So we're going to call that element now. On nav bar, we need to call the nav element. Basically, we want the same thing. We will do almost the same thing we did in the class navbar. The class navbar in this section too. We are going to call the display. To be flex. We call, but this time around, let's make the position to be fixed. Then I'll make the weight to be 80% of the predefined weight here. Then we'll make the height will be 50 px, and therefore we'll make the background. I can define background color here to be, I'll call it variable, then I'll make use of the print. Then I want to put a border radius. The border radius to be 20 px. Let's add a box shadow to this. Box shadow 0, 4px, 8px. The variable will be black. Color, that means the color will be black. Now when we run this, just go back to our S. When we run this, we are going to see already this. This you can see it's in the middle. However, you can see the element there, just scattered. Now we are going to define those elements. We will define those elements. Now the next thing we are going to do is use the navbar, the navbar class does navbar, call the nav. Now we are calling all spam in the nav. Now this will only affect the spam element inside this nav. The other spam element will not be affected in this section. So what we'll do now, we'll call position to be relative. Position relative. Now display, make it flex. Lastly, list style type. I don't want any list style type, so it's none. And I want the top of this, make the top 30, no percent. So what that will do is that it will put the element in. We are trying to put the element in the middle. When we run the code, you can see the elements are all in the middle. Yes. Now, once that is done, we'll now call the spam. Okay. Mind you, this will affect all the elements now. this will affect other elements. So whatever we are doing here will affect other span elements. So now calling span, the left side should be 3px. Now the color, I want the color should be the background color. I want the background color. Now once we do that, you can see this is visible now. This is visible. Okay. Now the reason why you see this color, you can see this is visible now. This is visible. Okay. Now the reason why you see this color is not the same with the background color. If you check our HTML file, you can see we don't have any paragraph element in the span. So it's as if, since there's this is only the place where such things occur, that's why the color only affected this section. You can check. To do so, you can equally call span and put the paragraph and put color. We are going to delete that. I just want to show you something. That when we run the code, you see there's a color here. We can't see it now because it affects that as well. But let's go back to our HTML code and delete it. We don't need it in this code. Now let's go back to our CSS code. We're not done with this starting this section. We want a family fonts. I want this font. Let me call this. Now the font I want is However, if this is not found, you can also make it with this. Now when we check our code, you can clearly see what you're trying to define there. Okay, so that is not give our code, go back again. Now this is the font I'm looking for, and that is exactly the font we make use of in our first project. So we're not done with this section. I want to make this text look bolder. I can use the font weight, or just type in bold. Then I want the size to be predefined, that is font size. I want to make use of 11 pt. Let me make the padding 2px. The reason I'm making use of this 2px is because of the logo and the text between the logo. And this, I want them to be, there should be some space in between. But now you can you can also see that the text is still crammed together. So let's start defining each and one of them. First, we'll call the logo. In the logo section, I will make the width 20 px. I want to define the height 20 px. Now I'm going to call left, just call 10. I run this, you can see it moved this by 10 pairs. So there will not be conflict. I can go back to this section. In place where I write 10, I can delete this. Once I do that, we just assume take the, you see, this thing will go smaller. That way. Then for center, element center, I'll just call this left, and I'll make it 40%. And lastly, for the name of the project, name, I'll make that, let's say the left should be 68%. Now once I define this is what we are going to have. You see this move to this section, apart from this typing effect, let's see, that will be conflict. Now the reason why you see this is not working yet is that there's, you can see, there's no, let me run that again. Now you can see it's exactly the nav bar with this one. Now let's work with the other section, the other file now, without wasting time. Now call this section, now make the height 80 HV. I've already made the height of the nav bar in total to be 10. So this one will be 80, so the footer will be 10, make it all together